Hey bosses, I am really excited because today I'm going to talk to you about what your employees are not telling you and why it's important for your business. So just to let you know, if you've been a boss for a while, you may know this, some of you may not, but your employees are only telling you things that they think you want to hear, not things that you actually need to hear. And that distinction is really important. Now, when you have a small business and you've got, a few employees, you might have a better touch on what's going on with what your employees are thinking. However, the larger the organization, the bigger you get, the more difficult that is to actually manage. So, well, for some, it can be done. But the larger the organization gets, the more that there is going to be a disconnect. And they're, like I said, are only going to tell you what they think that you want to hear, which causes major issues because you have zero touch on reality when it comes to your people. And this is why I wanted to talk to you today. All right. So, why this is so important is because this is going to financially impact your business. I am Dr. Heather Williamson with the Transformation Group, and welcome back to the channel. All right, so I was talking about what your employees are not telling you. And the reason I really wanted to talk about this today is because there's several reasons why your employees may not tell you what's really going on. One is because they want to look really good in your eyes. I mean, they don't want to be that, naysayer, pain in the butt employee. They want to look good in your eyes. And so they're going to tell you what they think you want to hear. Another reason is that they may fear that there are repercussions if they do share what's honestly going on, or if they do share ideas that they think won't be accepted. Also, they value their jobs, bottom line, and they do not want to lose them. So these are some reasons why your employees are not being honest and sharing information really that you really need to know. All right, so I want to give you some specific examples of things that your people may not be sharing. And the first is that, believe it or not, your employees may have a better solution. So there are instances where you have to make a quick decision and it's going to be based on your sole input. I get it. And sometimes that needs to happen. However, if you've got processes or procedures or maybe decisions based on services or products, then it's really important to gather all the stakeholders that is going to be impacted by this decision and bring them together and ask for feedback. Because if you don't, you're going to miss out on huge opportunities. You're probably going to waste a lot of money, resources, and your time because your people or these stakeholders have a better grasp of what's going on. I mean, they have the boots on the ground and they have a better insight of what's going to happen and the impact of that decision, how it's going to play out. So it doesn't cost any money to just simply ask. So remember to do that. The second thing that your people are probably not telling you is that, there are times when they feel overwhelmed. So if you've got somebody who, happens to be a yes person, this is probably really relevant for them. And that is that you may come in and ask people to do some things, throw on some additional responsibilities. They're not going to tell you that, hey, they're behind on a project, or, I'm starting to get a little anxious because I have got so much on my plate already. So these people are not going to tell you that. And there are others on your team aren't going to share it as well because they want to be, looked with a good perception from you. They want to be in the good light. And they're not going to tell you that they feel overwhelmed or that they're working nights and weekends just to get their work done. So keep that in mind when it comes to delivering or, handing out tasks. Follow up and make sure what's going on with your people. The third thing that your people are probably not telling you is that, They actually want you to respect their non-working hours. All right. And that just simply means when the workday ends, it should end. And it's really difficult when, with the use of technology these days, we have access to emails, telephone, text messaging, Insta message. So all of those, with whatever chat and communication method that you use, it's important to recognize that the person on the other end, that receiving end, may be receiving this after hours. And especially consider this also if you've got people who are working across the country and they are in different time zones. That happens, and you might be sending something out at 5 or 3, and it could be 6 or later, depending on what time, and they feel like they are obligated to respond. And that's what you do not want. So it's important to set up some parameters, some communication where you let them know, hey, something might pop into my head. I got to get it out so I don't forget because I got a lot on my plate, but I'm not expecting you to respond. So do not, so your people who feel like they have to respond, they're not going to tell you that they're not. They're going to go ahead, and whether it's midnight at night, they're going to respond. And that's really not fair to them. And then the fourth thing is that your people do not like to be micromanaged, and they're probably not going to tell you. So when it comes to micromanaging, obviously some people do it because they just have this fear that it's just not going to be done the right way. And what happens is the impact of that on the other end, on that person, is that they are feeling like, one, you don't trust them. Two, you don't have confidence in their abilities or their skills or their knowledge. And that in turn impacts their confidence in their skills and knowledge. So you're impacting them in a negative way. That's not going to help you with your team getting to, a high performing team. And it's always going to be their perception of themselves, their self-esteem is going to be less, when in actuality it may not be. So keep in mind that micromanaging takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time for you to keep following up, and you're sucking time from them also. So, and it's overwhelming. It's overwhelming for them knowing that you're going to be, over their shoulder watching what they do, in a sense. So keep that in mind. And then the fifth and final thing that your people are probably not going to tell you, your employees are not going to tell you, and that is they want to be informed. They want to know what's going on. And when I mean what's going on is that they want to know my dog just came in, sorry. They want to know that the information, they want to know what's going on with the company. They want to know what's going on with projects. They want to know the impact of everything. And if you are not transparent, then that to them feels like you don't trust them with company knowledge. And so transparency is key when it comes to sharing what's going on in the organization. And when it comes to transparency, in my book, Magnetic Trust, right here, How Great Leaders Keep Top Performers and Get Extraordinary Results. This is rule 3 in the book. It's about being transparent as a leader and building that trust with employees. So if you're interested in getting a copy of this book, what I can do is I'll put the information for Amazon in the comments below, and you can just link directly to Amazon and get a copy. So transparency is huge when it comes to keeping your people informed of what's going on. All right. So those are my 5 things that are really important when it comes to having your people be, let's say, feel free to share information. Because if your people are hiding this or they don't feel confident in sharing, it's because you are creating a culture where they feel that it's not allowed or supported. So hopefully you found some value. I'm going to go over these 5 things again, which are that your employees may actually have a better solution. So keep that in mind. Also, your employees may feel overwhelmed at times, and they're not going to tell you. Your employees are probably also not going to tell you that they want you to respect their non-working hours. Your employees also aren't going to tell you that they hate it when you micromanage. And finally, that your employees are not going to tell you that they want to be informed of what's going on in the company. So they want to know what's going on always. It's always important. And with that, what I want you to consider, now that I've shared these 5 things that your employees are not telling you that is really going to impact your business, because it's going to impact productivity, level of effectiveness. It could be financially hurtful, especially when it comes to sharing better ideas. And also when it comes to these 5 things that your employees may not share with you, what I want you to take out of this is that it's your job as the boss and the leader of your team or your organization to create that culture where they feel safe, where they feel that all ideas are important and that they are heard. So moving forward, I want you to think about being proactive in your approach to creating that environment where people can share what's on their minds. So hopefully you found some value in this, and if you did, please like the button below. Also, if there are other topics like this that you think would really help you in your role as a boss, then type in below and let me know, and I will help with that and create some training around it. And also, now I want you to all go to almost forgot to, don't forget to subscribe if you want to get alerted on other videos like this that will help you be a better boss. And with that, I think we're done. Now go out and be that boss that your employees want to work for. All right, so create that culture, that safe environment where your employees are free to say things that they think can be done better. All right, bye.